So here are 5 lessons I've learned from having bad seasons, or what I like to call nightmare seasons. Some of these you may not agree with, but guess what? It works for me, so I don't give a damn. But I'm really sharing these to really help you out so you can bounce back from your nightmare season. Number 1, I've learned not to make everything free in my program. A lot of us raise money to give our kids the opportunity to play youth football. I think most of us try to do that to make an impact, to give back to the community, the whole 9 yards. That's something I do not do anymore. I've learned if the parent is not invested, if the kid is not invested, they're not going to do everything they need to do for the program. Particularly showing up to practice on time, parents bringing their kids to the games on time, like it's literally an entitlement mentality. Same thing goes if you're purchasing all the equipment, the helmet, the shoulder pads, the pants, the whole 9 yards. You'll find yourself at the end of the season only getting about half of that stuff back. So what we do is we have a scholarship for about 3 or 4 kids who really need it. For the rest of the parents, they are going to have to pay their registration fee. I'm telling y'all what I know. This is going to save you a big headache. Number 2, I do not skip parent meetings. You want to be as direct and as firm with the parents as you are with your football players. Even more so because the parents kind of control a lot of what's going on with the kid. I let my parents know that we're here to partner with them. Communicate with us if they're having a problem with their kid, or if a kid is struggling with their grades. It's crazy because some parents still won't do it. I remember having a parent pull one of my best players off of the team because he had a D in social studies. Unfortunately, the mom and dad, they wasn't together anymore, and the mom decided to pull the kid off the team. Mind you, the dad was the one invested into the kid playing. I told the mom, we have a tutoring program to help the kid improve his grades. She wasn't listening to that. I honestly think it was more personal with the dad opposed to personal with us. But that hurt the team because that was a talented kid. And it hurt the kid as well because he had family. He had a social circle who supported him. Telling you, hurt parents do selfish things. Number 3, don't be afraid to cut ties with a parent, a coach, a student athlete. Some of us as coaches, we try to bend the rules because we really like a kid or a kid is uber talented. And I get it. I've been there before early in my career where I had this super talented kid and I didn't want to lose him. I'm telling you, that will come back to bite you in the long run. If you have an assistant coach who's becoming a counselor in your program, don't be afraid to let that person go. Or you may be an assistant coach right now and you cannot stand what your head coach is doing. You just do not agree with his leadership style, his coaching philosophy. It will be better for you to just let that program go, start your own program, or move on to another program. If you don't, all it would do is create bad blood and things will get toxic fast. Here's my thing. No matter how bad that head coach sucks or how bad you think he should run the BEAST offense or run the spread, he's still the head coach. I'm big on respect. It'll just be best to move on next season or move on in the middle of the season. I've done this before. I used to be the offensive coordinator of this program. I did not agree with what I seen within the program. You had a lot of toxic parents. You had parents gambling. It was just a real messy situation. And I decided to resign from that offensive coordinator position. And guess what? I was happy and I did not look back. All right, number 4, try your best not to lose your temper in front of parents and kids. Sometimes this can be easier said than done. Trust me, I've had my moments with parents who got disrespectful and I had to confront them and shut them down. I've even had to put kids' drunk uncles in place. I've even had to put family members in their place. Biggest lesson I learned from that experience though is that I should have been more discreet. Because I can't help it. I got a trigger. When you're disrespectful to me or one of my coaches, the beast comes out. What I've learned is to confront these issues in an isolated situation. So I'll talk to the parent with my vice president to address and resolve the issue. So like if, let's say, an issue blows up at a Saturday game, I may not address that issue right then and there. But at the next practice or the next day, I may meet up with that parent and try to resolve the issue. Usually dealing with the situations one-on-one in an isolated way, it helps tremendously. So try that before you end up on YouTube, getting in a brawl with your parents. Number 5, if you coach a team in the hood or in a high crime area, practice with your team somewhere else. And look, I'm not anti-hood. I coached in the hood for about 8 years. This is why I'm qualified to tell you what I'm about to tell you. It's better to take that kid out of a dangerous environment or even an environment that they're really comfortable with than to keep them there, because usually the bad habits that they may have there is going to translate on the practice field. And then it will translate in the game. I'm telling you what I know. Like, I've coached a lot of kids from the hood, and usually what I do is I will pick up the kids from the hood. We even bought a van for our kids, and then we just took them to the closest park from their house, which was only like 5 minutes away. But I did not let them practice at the park that was in the hood. We did that one year for summer workouts, and it was a mess, man. Got adults fighting, people ready to shoot each other. Like, it just was not a safe environment. Not to mention the parents felt like they didn't have to bring the kids to practice. They had kids showing up late for practice, and the house was literally a block over or right across the street. I'm telling y'all, I can't make this up. So elevate the standard for the kids and watch them grow. All right, I'm done, Coach. I hope you got value from that. Be sure to follow me for more. You're welcome.